I have been conducting interviews over a decade, and I feel that 90% of the time, whenever I ask candidates their reason for changing their current organization, they give a very cliche answer as work life balance. Sometimes I wonder that, if I would have got 100 rupees every time when candidate gives me this answer, probably I will be able to have a better work life balance life post my retirement. Because so many times this answer is so cliche that the candidate also doesn't know what this work life balance is. Now, imagine this interview scenario. We'll talk about work life balance in more depth after this story.
So why are you switching?
My current company doesn't offer work-life balance.
What time do you leave?
6:30,
What time do you start?
9:30.
Do you work on weekends?
No. So
What exactly is missing?
So, guys, what do you think? Why the candidate went silent in the last interview room scenario? That happens because we use this work life balance as a phrase even without understanding it or even without defining it, what it actually means to a person. Now, am I saying that work life balance is not real? Of course, it is real, but you need to define what it means to you. Sometimes, what I feel is we do not want work life balance. What we want is less pressure in life, or maybe life with no pressure and stress at all. But to be very honest, do you think it's possible? Definitely not. Now, there is a genuine concern with certain organizations' culture. That people get late night calls, unrealistic expectations out of work, or giving weekend work, random calling, putting a lot of pressure even after office hours. All those things are very genuine and real. That happens. Certain organization has got serious problem with that. But is this about work life balance? Trust me, it is not. This is also not work life balance. This is the issue of poor management. So, guys, I am going to be really brutal and really harsh because I'm going to tell you some facts and reality. And many of you may hate me after listening to my opinion. But the fact is, work life balance isn't about the organization that gives you on your onboarding day. It organization doesn't hand it over to you on your onboarding day. It is something that you build over the period of time. Maybe by your choices, maybe by your credibility, maybe by showing the kind of efforts that you put in. So next time when you are talking about work-life balance, just think twice about the credibility that you have built, the capabilities that you have built. Let me be very honest. In the early stages of your career, instead of just boasting about work life balance and trying to escape through the easiest way of your career ladder, you need to invest highly in terms of skill development, in terms of creating your credibility, in terms of gaining capabilities. Because guys, learning has a season. And when I say that, I'm saying it out of experience. Mark my words, learning has a season. So invest your time wisely. I am not saying that you need to slog out, or I don't want to glorify exhaustion and all as a badge of honor. But when I'm saying that, it has got some meaning. The reason why I'm saying that is why you need to invest in your skill development so that you can perform your work with more efficiency. You can set the boundaries. You can have multiple choices, because most of us, we want a lot of things in life. We want life with no pressure. We want early promotions. We want humongous salary hikes. We want challenging roles. And sometimes we want all of it together. But life rarely happens like this. If you wanted to grow in your career, you will have to go through hustle bustle. And when I say that invest wisely in the sense invest your time, money, efforts, energy wisely, I am not telling you to sacrifice on your personal life, but those kind of investments will give you a better life, more flexibility, more choices to make so that your work becomes enjoyable over the period of time. But all these things will happen not in the early stages of your career. It will happen over the period of time. As you grow, you will earn your credibility, you will have your capabilities built, and then you can demand all these things. So, guys, what can you do? What are the practical tips if you want to have a work life balance? Let's first define work life balance. See, work life balance, according to me, and trust me, that's my opinion, isn't about leaving office at 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m., whatever is your office time. What I feel is work life balance is reaching home without carrying the baggage of office stress, having peaceful sleep, having healthy life, having good family time, and also having the power to say no to those things which are against your ethics, values, morality, and saying yes to all those opportunities which gives you a new platform to grow. All these things, the goal is not about staying in the hustle bustle in the rat race, but the goal is to have a growth which will enable you to have better choices, to to work on your terms. And that happens when you have better work life balance, when you keep learning constantly. See, problem is, you know what, so many times we complain about work life balance. We keep scrolling for 3 hours on Instagram, through Instagram feeds or through YouTube shorts, and then we complain that, oh, I have a poor work life balance because I didn't get time to learn a new thing. Sometimes we attend every notification, but is it about work life balance? It's about the problem of your poor management skill, or the problem of your attention, notification attention problem, because of which you are getting distracted. So it is nothing to do with organization, to be very honest. Work life balance is something that you define. So what can you do for that? First of all, define what work life balance means to you. Secondly, manage your time and not just the task. Thirdly, consistently learn new skills so that you can work efficiently. Fourth and most important point, say no when it matters truly. And fifth point is give time or priority to your family, for your health, for the relationship that you cherish, as good as how you will deal with your deadline. So that's it about today. This is Mrunal, and this was the Office series episode. Be connected, share this video with everyone that you think needs to hear this today, and do comment, do let me know what work life balance truly means to you. And next time, whenever an interviewer asks you about what's the reason for job change, don't simply say that it's work life balance, but also define what that work life balance was for you. Stay tuned for more such reflection and see you in the next episode. Meanwhile, thank you so much and have a good day.